Farmers, gardeners, and horticulturists agree. Planting in November can be tricky. In areas like the Northeast and Midwest, the planting season is typically done until it warms back up in the spring. However, cold-hardy crops can still be planted in warmer regions, such as the South, Southwest, and West Coast. Vegetables such as carrots, kale, and onions mature quickly, even from seed, and yield a healthy harvest before the first frost. There are also a few flower varieties that can last through the cold weather to add color and texture to your flower beds. November is still prime time to be sowing bulbs of foxglove as well. Here, a list of 8 different types of crops, from raspberries to alliums, that can be planted in November. Number 1. Ornamental onion. Ornamental onion, also known as allium, does not actually produce any sort of edible fruit. Instead, it offers a striking burst of color with purple star-shaped flowers forming a perfect sphere. Plan to plant bulbs in an area with full sun exposure in your garden just a few weeks before the first frost. Alliums generally can tolerate most soil types, but it helps to avoid planting them in very wet locations. You can expect to see these beauties pop up in the early spring and last until the height of summer. Number 2. Daffodils. Daffodils have long been a springtime favorite for their sunny tones and star-like appearance. Many gardeners tend to plant their daffodil bulbs right before the first frost, as they are hardy enough to withstand the winter and deliver a bright surprise at the start of spring. With any type of bulb, the soil the bulbs are placed into needs to be well-draining to avoid any sort of rot. If you happen to experience drier winters, plan to water the corms regularly. Number 3. Clematis. With varieties ranging in color from royal purple to rich ruby, clematis creates brilliant contrast against the warm browns and oranges dominating a traditional autumnal garden. Experts often recommend new gardeners to grow clematis from seedlings, as it can take up to 3 years for the seed to fully germinate. This flowering vine prefers filtered sunlight since harsh rays can dull its vivid color and needs to be watered only when the soil is completely dry. Number 4. Cilantro. Many herbs tend to be cool weather hardy, but we particularly love planting cilantro during the fall. One of the reasons is that you can plant the seeds in a well-draining container outdoors in warmer times of the year and easily move it indoors right when temperatures begin to take a drastic dip. Cilantro prefers 6 hours of direct sunlight each day, so be sure to pick a sunny spot in your greenhouse to keep the young plant. As for watering, seedlings need about 1 inch of water every week until they've matured with lush leaves. Number 5. Bok Choy. Bok choy is one of the leafy cabbages that thrives both outside in the cool weather and inside a greenhouse. Baby varieties of these fast-growing plants typically mature from seed in 30 days with full sun exposure. The tricky part is ensuring the temperature is just right for them to grow. Temperatures lower than 50 degrees Fahrenheit and higher than 70 degrees Fahrenheit will cause the plant to bolt. If weather tends to be unpredictable in your region, it may be smarter to sow the seeds within a container in a greenhouse where you can control the temperature. Number 6. Green onions. Whether sown directly in the garden or nestled in a small pot on the windowsill, green onions are arguably one of the easiest vegetables to grow. These leafy alliums grow the healthiest when planted in full sun with well-draining soil. Once the leggy leaves reach about 6 to 8 inches tall, your scallions are ready for harvest. Number 7. Sweet peas. The colorful and fragrant sweet pea is a favorite plant for informal cottage gardens and is easy to grow. It is most often seen trained up trellises or fences, but sweet peas grow beautifully in pots where it spills over the sides. Sweet peas can be sown in autumn or spring, with autumn-sown sweet peas flowering much earlier than spring-sown ones. Number 8. Raspberries. In milder regions of the country, it's still an ideal time to plant a few raspberry shrubs and offers the roots time to fully settle in. The canes of the berry should be sown in a sunny and dry area in the garden. Once in the ground, trim the canes down to about 9 inches to encourage growth. Installing a trellis near each cane will help the shoots to grow upwards. Well, that's all for today's video, guys. If you like this video, don't forget to click the like and subscribe button for supports our channel. Also, you can turn on the notification bell for latest videos from us. Well, see you in the next interesting topics.